What up, y'all? Jake here, and it's Wrestlemania season. That's right, we are less than 24 hours away from the greatest sports entertainment spectacle of all, Wrestlemania. And of course, in the WWE, the Transformer gender bender agenda is in full swing. Of course, at the forefront of the quote-unquote women's division, we have a big, huge matchup between two quote-unquote women. You have the challenger, of course, from the UFC, Ronda Rousey, taking on the champion, Ric Flair's daughter, Charlotte Flair. Now, when we take a look at Charlotte Flair's body, the first thing we notice, or at least the first thing I notice, is a lack of hips. This body style, to me, looks more like a man's body style rather than a woman's body style. Now, I also look at the shoulders, and I also look at the arm length, and then the muscles, of course. And when I take all of this evidence and I combine it together, and if you were to put a gun to my head and say, Jake, do you think this person is a woman or do you think this person is a man? I would have to be honest and say, I think this person is a man. Now, am I 100% sure? Can I run out there and pull down her trousers and prove it to the world? No, I can't. But, in my humble opinion, and again, gun to my head, if you were going to make me choose whether Charlotte Flair is a woman or a man, and you wanted me to be totally honest, I'm being totally honest with you. This looks like a dude to me. And of course, we have the challenger, Ronda Rousey, who most of you, I'm sure, have heard of. She's a former UFC women's champion and now a WWE women's superstar. I'm not quite as sure that Ronda is a transformer, but again, if you had to put a gun to my head, for all the same reasons that I said Charlotte Flair looks like a man, I'm going to say Ronda Rousey also looks like a man. Gun to my head, I would have to say it's probably a man as well. I'm not as sure about it as I am with Charlotte Flair. However, I have to lean towards man in both cases here. So, in my humble opinion, this is a big Transformer drag queen matchup for the SmackDown Women's Championship. And most people are none the wiser. They actually think that these are two legitimate females getting in there to pretend wrestle. Now, here's another popular WWE quote-unquote women's superstar. This is Sasha Banks, and we see the exact same issue. Where are the curves? Where are the hips? As Shakira would say, the hips don't lie. And I would say that too. The hips don't lie. This is a straight up and down body style of a man. Now, here's one of the way these transformers confuse people and deceive people into thinking that they're actually legitimate women. What they do is they pose in these certain stances and they arch their back and they stick their chest out to make it appear as if they actually have real boobs, to make it appear as if they have some hips, as if they have that hourglass body style that we associate with actual legitimate women. Basically, if you run down the roster of the WWE women's superstars, you'll come to find they're basically all transformers. Here's one of the more obvious ones, Rhea Ripley. I mean, do we even need to discuss why this doesn't even look like a woman? Now, this isn't anything new. The WWE has been hiring Transformers for many, many years. Here's another example of a former champion. This is Nia Jax, a former employee of the WWE. And again, do we even need to discuss why this doesn't even look like a woman? I mean, gun to your head. What would you say this is? If you had to pick, what do you think this is? A woman or a man? And you had a gun to your head, what would you say? Let me know in the comments section below. But you already know my answer. And like I said, they've been doing this for many, many years. Some of you guys maybe watched wrestling in the past, back in the 90s or the early 2000s. Maybe you remember China. Remember the ninth wonder of the world, the world's strongest woman, quote unquote, China? Yeah, I mean, if you take a look at the old photos of China, how the hell did any of us ever think that that was a woman? And again, folks, this is just my humble opinion. You don't have to agree with me. However, it is the truth. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.